My sister was reborn, but she doesn't know I was reborn too. My sister and I look exactly the same, but our destinies are completely different. She is the noble seven-colored fire phoenix, and me, I am only a mixed-blood ice phoenix. My father considered me the shame of the Phoenix clan. He told the world that I had died when I was young. From that day on, there was only a disfigured maid in the Phoenix mansion. Her name was Ailey. My sister grew up surrounded by silk and luxury, while I was just a servant sweeping the courtyard. No one knew I was a princess of the Phoenix clan. In everyone's eyes, I was nothing but a lowly maid. Until the year I came of age. 2 marriage proposals arrived at the Phoenix mansion. One from the heavenly court, and one from the human kingdom. Father stared at the 2 marriage letters in frustration. He could not offend the heavenly court, but he could not reject the human kingdom either. Yet the Phoenix clan only had one princess. At that moment, my mother smiled. "Don't we still have a maid?" Father's eyes immediately lit up, and he looked straight at me, the girl sweeping quietly in the corner. My sister walked into the hall. She had heard everything, and she said something shocking. "Father, I will marry the human prince." Everyone was shocked. Humans live only 100 years, and the prince was crippled. But my sister only smiled. Phoenix blood can cure anything. Then she leaned close to me and whispered softly, "Little sister, I know you were reborn too." But she didn't know the truth. That human prince was no hero. His body had already been possessed by a demon. In my previous life, I was imprisoned by him. Every day I had to bleed for him, until my sister destroyed her soul and dragged me into death with her. In the moment we turned into ashes, I felt something strange. Freedom. Then I opened my eyes. I had been reborn, back to the day of the engagement. This time, the one who marries the demon will not be me. In this life, my sister locked me in a dungeon. She feared I would ruin her plan. On the wedding day, my mother threw me an old hairpin, my only dowry. Meanwhile, my sister was welcomed by heaven and earth. My wedding carriage entered the crown prince's palace. No music, no celebration, no one greeted me. The crown prince looked at me with cold eyes, but when I summoned the ice phoenix, he froze. "Feng Li, is it really you?" 8 years ago, the crown prince was attacked by assassins. He fell into the Phoenix clan territory, half dead. That night, a masked girl saved him. That girl was me. I carried him home and fed him my blood for 3 days. Before leaving, he held my hand and said, "I will come back and repay you with my entire life." 3 years later, war erupted in the human world. The human prince had become the human emperor. But I knew the truth. He was a demon. Soon the 3 realms fell into chaos. In my previous life, he did the same thing. But this time, everything happened far too quickly. My little husband told me the truth. "Your sister is involved in this. The Phoenix clan is helping Yanhai. He promised to make the Phoenix clan the sacred beasts of the human realm." In my previous life, after he ascended the throne, Yanhai formed an alliance with the demon clan. If he had been reborn as well, he would certainly repeat that plan. This war will change the fate of all 3 realms. Not long after that, war truly erupted. Tens of thousands died in a single day. The heavenly emperor was gravely wounded. That night, my husband brought me to the heavenly void palace. Before leaving, he said only one sentence: "Wait for me." After that, he left behind a letter. If this battle is won, heaven will be saved. If it fails, he may never return. My hands trembled. Tears fell onto the page. I wanted to rush to the battlefield. to live and die beside him. But he had already sealed the palace. I was trapped inside. Day after day, all I could do was wait. Until one day, the gates of the palace opened. The one who walked in was Yanhai. He smiled, a smile that sent chills down my spine. Lie her. I miss your blood. Ngot hontat kapwang tok. Sweeter than any phoenix. This time, you will belong to me. I trembled, but I still asked one question. Where is he? Yanhai laughed madly. Dead. I killed him before the heavenly gate. In that moment, my world shattered. But at that very moment, a familiar voice spoke behind me. The one who appeared was my husband. With a single strike, his sword pierced through Yanhai's heart. It turned out he had foreseen this day long ago. All this time, he had been hiding in the shadows, recovering from his wounds and waiting for the final moment to strike. His earlier death had only been a trap. Together with the Heavenly Emperor, he staged his own death to lure the enemy out. And in the end, the enemy walked straight into that trap. That battle. We won. From that day on, the human realm had no more human emperor. 100 years later, my husband and I lived peacefully in the heavenly palace. We had 5 children. The sky was filled with the blue wings of ice phoenixes, and the fire phoenix slowly vanished from history.